Welcome to the SNHU online podcast. My name is Giovanni. I am a sophomore at Southern New Hampshire University. I am majoring in information systems with a focus on cybersecurity. And today we're going to be reviewing the final weeks of IT-202 computer operating systems. I am finally done with that class, so I want to go over my thoughts with you and kind of check back in with you guys. I know I've not been posting a lot of podcasts, and so now that I have an opportunity, you are hearing my voice courtesy of Adobe's podcast. I finally got into that to be a tester, so I am definitely going to use it. It is an awesome system. If you get an opportunity to take part in their beta testing, I would definitely give it a try, and it's just phenomenal. So let's get back to week 7. Week 7, you have a discussion post. The way that this works, if this is the first time you've heard any of my podcasts, or you have me inside of your ear, thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my journey through SNHU and how it has affected me, and just listening to that. So I appreciate that. Week 7. Let's talk about that. Week 7, you're going to have a discussion post. Get that done and knocked out. My suggestion, get it done by Wednesday, okay, in the week. And then because the second project that you're going to have, which is titled 7.2, Project 2, that project is going to take you a long time. It is at least 5 pages long. So that believe the standard that the coursework asks for is 3 pages, but I just want you to be aware it's going to end up being 5 pages because it's double spaced. So as you go through, this is you're again back with the company. Again, you're going back and you're making recommendations on software, hardware, what they should buy, where it's going to be positioned. The difference is that you are now writing this particular project, not just as a consultant, but you've now been hired by the company to make this happen. And so you're working with each individual department, whether it's finance or marketing or sales, operations. You're going to be working with them to be able to capture what it is that they need. It is a very in-depth project, so don't skip on it. Do not allow yourself to fall behind on that project if at all possible. All right, now let's go into, week 8. Week 8 is going to be fairly easy. If you are at this point where you're in week 7, week 8 of IT-202, don't sweat it. Week 8 is going to be a discussion post, which you're going to do. It's particularly on mobile operating systems and security. So if you focus your time in on working through this project systematically, it is a 35-point project. So all you need to do is get it posted. My suggestion again, get it done by Wednesday. It is due by Thursday. If you can focus in on getting it done, then you won't have much of an issue. Okay. Now, far as the 2 quizzes, I did my 2 quizzes that following Thursday. So I did mine instead. I did my discussion post on Wednesday and then did my quizzes on Thursday, and I was done with week 8. I wanted to have my Sunday off, so I just did my stuff early so I could have my Sundays to myself. If this is your first time ever spending some time with me, then I will explain what I mean by doing these projects on Wednesday. The way that I format my week in order to stay ahead, and I have made the Dean's List at SNHU since my freshman year, and here is how I have done it. I have made sure that I continually do 2 things. I always make sure that my posts are done by Wednesday instead of them being turned in on Thursday when they're due. And I always make sure that my projects get done by Saturday night instead of Sunday. I know that may be a small thing and you may not be able to do that, so don't feel like you have to, but I'm making sure that you know how things work for me and how I have been successful. So that is week 7 and week 8. So now let me give my final thoughts on the class, and I'll do it based off of a rating system that I think is really useful for someone who's really looking at this course. If you're listening to this, you're probably either starting IT-202 or you came upon this because you were searching for something else and this came up. IT-202 is primarily designed for someone who does not have IT experience. So they're coming into this class trying to really understand about information systems and really what information systems can do. And so you're going to go through various different things in this coursework. And one of them that I thought was really interesting from my particular where I'm trying to go in my life for cybersecurity was all the way at the end when we started dealing with mobile operating systems and security. So I would give the course overall a 4-star. I think the course itself is well designed. It's a good It's not an introductory course because this is not a 101 course, but I do think that it is. It is definitely going to work for a lot of people. The instructor, okay. So in this class, my instructor, the professor that we had, was really thorough. So if you happen to get him, his name is Rob Lee Beachy. So Professor Beachy, or we just called him Rob. If you end up getting Rob in the coursework, just know Rob he is very responsive. He is going to explain things in a very easy to understand manner, and he wants you to succeed. If there's something that you're not doing well, I wrote to him when I first started falling behind. Now, when I first started the course, I was failing this course, meaning, pure on F. And that was because I refused to buy the test out software that they needed. I thought I could get through the class without doing that. So don't make that same mistake that I did because you're not going to do very well and you will fail the course. So I finally went out and bought the test out system, and you can't go buy the test out system separately because I had my own monthly subscription with test out because I'm using it to study for my Security Plus exam, but you're not going to be able to use that. So you're going to have to use the one specific to SNHU. So my guess is this. Just go through, purchase it. It is $140. That is the only reason why this course does not get a full 4 stars for me. It only gets a 3, and it is not because of the professor. It is not because of the coursework. It is specifically because you have to pay $140 for a test out that allows you to take test outs. Basically, test out has a system where you can go through and you can use their they have something that you can do for employers. It's like an employer assessment test that you could give to once you take their test. So you go through and you have it's like a test out pro or test out. I think that's what they call it. It's like test out pro. And what that gives you is it gives you an opportunity to give your employer a document that says, hey, I not only know this, I am prepared to do this work, which is very useful. Okay, by the way. It's just the fact that you get that and you get the opportunity when you get done with this, you can go and you can take the CompTIA A+ exam. So my issue is not with either of that. It's the price point. I think for $140 for me to just have access to this for a year to be able to take this one course when Test Out has many other things. I think if they had did $140 for you to have that access for a year and you were to have access to their whole entire body of knowledge, you could take any of their tests as a college student, that would have made it worth it. I would have definitely have paid for that. But because I could pay $89 for my own personal and be able to have access to their whole library versus $140 for one course. Now I know that is cheaper than Test Out's normal. So the normal price, if you were to just take their test out course, the one that you're going to take in this class, if you were to take it, it is called PC Pro. Okay. And if you were to take PC Pro and purchase that code, it would be quite pricey. So their courses are usually like $300 and some odd dollars. So, I mean, overall, it's fine. I thought the price was a price grab. So that's the only reason why I'm saying no to it, giving it 3 stars. But overall, course is good. I think you guys will really enjoy it if you have any questions. Okay, thank you for taking the time to listen to the podcast and hang out with me briefly. I appreciate the 10 minutes you just spent with me as I document my journey through SNHU Online. And if there's anything in either of my videos, because I do videos of these as well, if there's anything in the video or this podcast has been useful for you, you can definitely please hit the like button. It will help out the algorithm to let them know that this will be helpful to other people. As well, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can do so on YouTube. You can do so. You can send me a tweet. All of the information is there so you can get in contact with me, and I'll see you guys next week.